So back in December, we took a trip to Louisiana to meet up with Sal Barbier for a tour of his hometown. If you aren't really familiar with Sal, he's a pioneer from the 80s and 90s, who's also designed one of skating's most popular shoes. Early on, he skated for H Street and Plan B. Later, he started his own brands like 23 and Aesthetics, which brought kind of a playful hobby and sports enthusiast feeling to skateboard graphics. He's also known for creating the Sal Flip on transition, and he's credited for being the first person to kickflip boardslide on a handrail. Beyond that, I really didn't know much else about Sal, but I had a few ideas in store for us this weekend that I hope would bring out a side of Sal that maybe we don't usually get to see. Sal, where are we right now? Where are you taking me?
Stomping grounds, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Taking you to some of my old, pathetic skate spots. We're talking early 80s. I'm gonna show you where I learned something really cool. Craziest first things I did, I would ollie from here to rail slide on this curve. And this is where I learned how to kickflip board slide. I always got tired of being able to do something over and over again, so I had mastered my stunt here, just ollieing, rail sliding, right? It was pretty gnarly back then, right? The progression of it for me was kickflip to over this little gap and then slide it and get to the end and turn off.
How did I meet Sal?
Oh my God.
Well, I had seen Sal a couple of times. First time I ever saw Sal, he was riding a BMX freestyle bike outside of Capital Schwinn, doing like pegs and 180s and stuff. Next time I saw Sal, he was out in front of the bicycle source with a skateboard in like a circle of people doing hand plants. I didn't even know who he was the first two times I saw him. I just saw the style coming out. You know, I saw this guy do a street plant that was like more stylish than anything I'd ever seen done on a skateboard. I'm literally walking into the fucking skate shop probably to buy my first good board.
And I was super excited to tell my friend, dude, I did a handrail. He's like, no, you didn't. And I was like, no, I did, I swear. Right when I got back to town, he's okay, I found one. I jet it down there, got all the way on and hit that kink and shot out like, ugh. It felt like I broke my rib and I was like, fuck, like if I don't get up and do it again, I probably will be too scared to do it, but I was a kid and wasn't scared of shit, so I did it again. And it shot me way out from that fucking thing, dude, way out there. That's still the white paint from the Motobuild board, huh? Why don't we get him some gator, chef?
Oh, yeah, man, yeah.
Try it. You're gonna like it. Tell me you don't like gator.
It's andouille sauce.
No way that's alligator.
Delicious, isn't it? Whoa. Whoa. Wow. Oh.
Yeah. Did you guys see anything at all?
I think we're good, chef.
Good, perfect.
Oh my God.
What's the review sound?
Oh my God. It's delicious. This is my old hood right here. This is my old house. There's a stage that I used to skate. It was a big ass yard. I cut all that grass with a push mower. Southern boy, not afraid of work. I used to ollie up this and I ollied off of it. And then I put a jump ramp on the end here and start it from way back there. There's a strip.
You lived with your mom?
She was working a lot, so when I was home alone, that's where I could kind of skate right here. And I had a cool little friend in here who rode BMX bikes and he would come by. We were the only two alternative kids in the neighborhood. It's definitely not skater friendly. If you're like in the South and you're black, then you probably live in black neighborhoods back then. That's just how it was segregated. Like they're busing people in together that normally wouldn't hang out and don't know each other and aren't familiar with other people. So their parents or the generation before them is going to be a little bit different because they've never been around people. And when you're not around people, then some people react to it in a different way. Skating here with my friend Mike Flowers, and got on the cover of the paper, had a pretty big spread on it. When skating was a very anti-social thing to do, and my friend was in it, and he said he was Mike Vallely. So it's printed as Sal Barbier and Mike Vallely skate under the bridge, and pretty cool. My teacher embarrassed me in high school. I show up and she's like, we have a superstar in our presence, and pulls it out in front of the entire class. And it was weird. Well, this is good right here. You can see you can get some lift off here. God, the ground's just so rough.
said you're a bit of a collector for cars. When did that happen?
Ah, shit. I had that problem when I was here. And I had a VW squareback. That was my first car. I wanted to customize it, like make it a SoCal VW look thing. And so that was my interest, was cars. So I was always into cars.
I wanted to take you to the Hobby Town store in Baton Rouge. Would you be interested?
The Hobby Town. Wow. Sounds like a surprise. How do you even know where the Hobby Town store is in Baton Rouge?
You're Sal Barbier. I did my research.
Okay, let's go. I don't know, there's some cool RC cars in here. It's a surprise birthday party and all my RC race car buddies are in here with a secret track. How you guys doing? Wow. I love it. It's inspirational for a lot of things I did for aesthetics. I'm into box art and cereal boxes and all types of stuff, but yeah, I love kites, toys, rockets. God, these are awesome. I'm a nerd, so. The Schwinn Continental speed racer. No, I like hobby shops. You can find inspiration everywhere. And clearly, I've done my time in hobby stores because I always have like a large automotive section and I'm diverse in my fascination with automotive, all things automotive. Aesthetics, that is one of my favorite graphics. It's known as probably the race car series, inspired by model kit boxes. So it was my remix to them.
If you could pick one, let me buy you one. It's on me.
Wow. All right. 1971 Coca-Cola VW gasser. Look how cool that thing is.
We're at the K1 Speed track in Louisiana. And since Sal's so into cars, I figured, why not try and race them? Sal, have you done this before?
No, I was at real racetracks, driving real race cars with real helmets. And
what were you just having fun or were you actually racing?
No, I got some opportunities before where I got to do some laps on a track.
How good were you?
Terrible. But for your standards, goddamn Lewis Hamilton, you can't be scared. And obviously, the apex on the turns.
Mr. Sal, you're going to be on cart 23. Is going to be up here in the front.
Oh, you gave me the cart. Hey, I want to be second. I want to pass it.
All right, here we go. I'm going to race Sal Barbier. He said he's going to smoke me, and I owe him a beer if he wins. Dan, you got 23, Sal?
They held it for me, yeah. They know me around here. Hard to pass. And I didn't want to bump you because he told me not to bump you. I could have Lewis Hamilton you out the way, but
Dude, you should have muscled me out.
no, they told me not to do it.
What's the data say?
Dude, your ass was in the way the whole time, man. Why didn't you tell me I couldn't just bump this bum out of the way?
You could have. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it, though.
I had a board company named 23 Skateboards. The way my brilliant mind works, I said, hey, people call the shoe the 23. Wouldn't it be cool if I had a skateboard company named 23? The first time you're always gonna have a fallout with your partners, whichever one has that had a skateboard company. So you might as well save all your good ideas for the second one because you're gonna have two.
This is like one of 3 videos I fell in love with and watched a million times and still watch to this day. Like, inspired a lot of tricks and just moments wanting to travel. Clyde Singleton, Kevin Taylor, Rob Welsh, like, you know? Yeah, like all the graphic designs for it were amazing. Like all the aesthetics to it was just perfect. My ideal company, if I wanted to be on any company, it'd be aesthetics. It's extremely pivotal in skateboarding beyond being the first black skateboarder to get a shoe. Like, he has created and had so many foundations for dudes in a positive way. Like, there's all these companies that'll just pick up dudes and just like treat them like basketball players or football players. And you could tell Sal like treats people with humanity. Like, he's a good-hearted person. I know.
Wow.
What do you think of this, Sal?
He shrink wrapped it. He opened it already.
He let us all be ourselves, and he also he valued our input, and that meant a lot to us. You know, like, we were riding for companies, and we were just riders, and there we were more than riders. And one thing he would always say to me is, you know, I don't put anyone on the team to kick them off. Or, you know, he has a very strong ethic of how he thinks of his team riders. They're not indispensable to him. He is a very important part of street skating as we see it today. You know, he's just as important as the Nodis and the Gons and all these guys. He's just as important.
Yeah.